You know, I hate. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Okay, soapbox time. Okay, Luke? Luke? Ugh, hot button words, starving artist. It's a fucking myth. Get over it, people. God, I wish I met the person who perpetuated that stereotype. You know what starving artist is called? It's called a bad artist, is what it's called. Don't give me your bullshit attitude. Don't go whining to the government for a handout. You can't make a living from an artist, you're not doing it right. Because there's enough people doing it right that you got no excuse to be doing it wrong and to be relying on a paycheck from, from the government or something. All right. All right, listen. Here's the thing. I read a really good article today, and I tweeted about it. All right, Angry Fez Hat. I tweeted about it. It was this great article on Lifehacker about the power of not getting started. And this is something I have said to other people myself. People who say, I want to do a webcomic, I want to do this, I want to do that. How do I do it? And I just say, just get started. Just do it. Stop being afraid and just do it. Just take a deep breath and leap in, leap off, take the chance, take the risk, do it. And the article pointed out something very important to me, that it is not simply about doing it. It is about, because then you get people who feel entitled because they've been doing it. And they've been persistent, and they have been doing it, and they have been doing it, and they've been doing it forever. Yet they're still not really succeeding. But because they've done it for a very long time, they feel that they are successful. And that's not right. Just because you've done it for a long time, if you cannot measure your success in that, it is whether you want whatever you want, however you define success, whether success means that you are being fulfilled by it, whether success means that you can pay your groceries by it, I don't know. You have to define success your own way. But if if your definition of success is simply, I've done it for a long time, that doesn't mean you've been doing it right. Just like I often say, the only secret is practice. But really, the only, perfect practice makes perfect. Practicing is just reinforcing habits. And if you've got bad habits, then all you're doing is ingraining them, and it's going to be harder to unlearn the bad habits. So the point of not getting started is hold off. Hold off. Keep doing your homework. Keep practicing. Keep exploring how to do it best. Keep learning until you can't stand not doing it. Until the thought of doing it haunts you. Until the desire to do it is overwhelming you. Then do it. Because then you can't not do it. That's the only thing you want to do. That is your focus. Because people start doing it and then they burn out and they get tired of doing it. It's like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a hiatus. I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna start. All you're doing is making excuses for yourself. You're distracted by the next shiny thing. It's like, I started doing a webcomic, but I really rather do game design. So I'm gonna go do game design. I'm gonna abandon this webcomic momentum I've got. Oh, I'm gonna do game design, but I'm not getting hired, so I'm gonna do my own games. Well, my own games aren't working, but I'm gonna go to cons and I'm just gonna sell DVDs of stuff, or I'm going to sell rocks that I drew faces on, or some bullshit like that. It's happened to me, okay? Some guy gave me rocks with pictures on them. This was his marketing tool. He scarfed off a day of work to go collect rocks from the lakeside. I mean, that's not doing it right. That's simply doing it. Do it right. Practice perfect. Learn. Understand where your weak spots is and strive to improve them. But don't do it. Do it well. Do it because you can't not do it. Okay? I mean, if my family needed me to work shoveling shit 12 hours a day because we had bills to pay or something, fine, I'll go shovel shit. All right? Family is family. Family comes first. I have a responsibility to do my best for them, to take care of my children, to support my wife when she needs me, and they support me as well. But that's not going to stop me from probably drawing cartoons and shit on my break. You know? I have to draw. I have to draw, you know? It's in us. Birds gotta sing, fish gotta swim. I gotta draw. You do it because you have to do it. And that's the point of not starting. You have to do it. And you obsess over it. And it's as natural to you. You know, I go out somewhere and there's crayons on the restaurant table. I'm like, give me a play mat because I'm going to start drawing. You know, Luke, if I stop drawing, this antique will explode. Okay. Soapbox over. Starving artist, you're either a bad artist or you're a con artist. That's what I'm saying. Grim Kane, so I never measure my worth as an artist by traffic figures? No. I measure my worth. I mean, yes, that is a measure of worth, that I'm getting good traffic, that people are reading our comic. That is a measure of success. My definition of success is the respect of my peers, yes. The increasing fan base, sure. And the fact that Blind Ferret succeeds as a business so that I can earn a wage from doing this. Those are my definitions of success. They don't have to be your definitions of success. But if you say to me that you don't care, like you're a fine artist and so you paint for yourself, that's great. But then the minute you bitch about the fact that you aren't getting enough money from patrons don't understand your art, well, wait a second, you just told me you painted for yourself. So go fuck the patrons. They don't have to understand your art. You just want somebody to pay you money to paint. Well, if you want somebody to pay you money to paint, then you better paint what they want to buy. And if they want to buy Smurfs and furries, fine. You paint them Smurfs and furries, and then you go home at the end of the day and you paint for yourself. You spend your hours shoveling shit to pay the bills, then you go satisfy yourself. That's what I did as an artist, as an illustrator. I've drawn dozens of things. I've drawn Smurfs and furries, sure. I've drawn used car ads. I've done graphic design. Whatever. You do what you have to. But the point is, eventually, people will hopefully, I would draw a caricature and somebody say, that's really great. We love that caricature. We're buying that caricature. What else do you do? And I would design a business card for them. Or I would paint a mural for them. Or something else. But the point is, I couldn't expect them to buy my stupid little painting if I did it for me. But after a while, you get a reputation. People learn your work. They learn to respect you. If they enjoy your work, then they're going to come to you and say, we don't care what it is you do. We know that we'll like it because we know the kind of work you do. And so we will purchase that from you. And that's called commissions. So that's the growth. I'm also honest about my art. I draw cartoons for a living. I'm not Picasso. I mean, don't come to me looking for a picture of a still life of fruit and pretty flowers. I could do it, but I don't want to do it. Why would you pay me to do that? There are artists who do beautiful still lifes of fruit and flowers. Get them to do it for you. They'll do a way better job than I will. I'm a cartoonist. This is what I do. I'm a goof. I do take life seriously, but I don't take myself seriously. It's about it. I strive as an artist. I want to try new things. I try to learn from other artists. I try and push my comfort level. I try not to be satisfied with where I am, but always look ahead to where the bar is being raised on me. And I try and help those who ask me questions, who want to know how could they improve, because that's good. That's the hunger. That's the passion that an artist, that anybody wants. You know, I've got no problem with still lifes, but they're not my thing. You know, years ago in college, and we were at a friend's cottage, and decided, you know, beautiful, beautiful summer day, and there was another friend who was an artist there who I just met. So we brought all our art stuff. We went out to the end of the dock and said, we're going to paint this beautiful summer landscape. There's water, there's trees, there's birds, there's boats, there's clouds, there's whatever. I didn't see anything to paint. I saw a beautiful landscape and had no motivation to paint it. And I looked over, and there's a fat old neighbor with baggy wet shorts on, knee deep in muddy water, rust-proofing his dock. Painted him. He was hilarious. He was hilarious. Great big gut, farmer's tan, pasty white back. I mean, you could practically smell the bacon sizzling off his fat. And I loved looking at him. And that was for me. That was the defining moment. It was like, I like people. I like that. Not that I didn't enjoy the landscape. Not that I haven't attempted to paint landscapes before. But I've learned for myself that my interest is in people. I like faces. I like body language. I like interaction and the dynamism of gesture and movement. Animals. Creatures. You know, things that move and act and dance for you visually. I'm a caricaturist. I love faces. I'm a face junkie. You know? Red Herring is here. Red Herring is a beautiful young lady who is a burlesque performer. And I was fortunate enough to attend a show that she produced last week. What did I do? I sat there in the audience. I applauded. I howled like a wolf at the axe. I laughed at the comedians. I oohed and awed at the magician and the illusionist and the mentalist. And I sketched in the dark. I sat there drawing. Because for me, that was expressing my enjoyment of the moment. I go to weddings now. I don't take a camera. I take a sketch pad. There's lots of people taking pictures. Nobody's sketching. And then when I'm done, I give the sketches to the bride and groom. Those are the photos I took. I realize it's stupid for me to bring a camera. I mean, I have my phone. My wife has the camera. We'll take some pictures, sure. But what I do is I do caricatures. What I do is quick sketch. So I sit there and I quick sketch. Do I hoot at weddings, Red Herring? It depends on the bride's gown, you know what I'm saying. It's just a little something, something there. That's what I do. So I do it. People are used to me carrying my sketchbook everywhere. It's what I do. That's not my... I don't even know, sometimes the people I'm drawing, it's like, that looks like, you know, there's an old person. They might be an old relative. I don't know. But I might as well draw them. So, it's what I do. So, yeah. Alright, soapbox. I'm sorry. I'm a little...